G'day guys. One of the guys, I lost track of who, had asked for a video on the old fire truck I got sitting behind the shop here. So I'll just give you a quick go around on it. You can have a look at it. Okay, this is an old fire truck tanker from the east coast of Canada. I brought it here. It's got, well, it's showing its age. It's a 53 or a 54, right in that range. It was an ex-tanker, so it wasn't a pumper. It was a tanker truck, although it did definitely have some pretty substantial pumping ability. There's one PTO on that side there, but there's an enormous drive for a pump on this side. Yeah, right there. The person who I bought it off of clearly wasn't too worried about damaging the chain-driven PTO on that side. Quite a few burrs around here, unfortunately, but I think you're more interested in seeing the truck. It's my intention for this project was to make a rollback for myself, just for project hauling and that sort of a thing. You know, I've got a trailer, but sometimes it'd be nice to have something, you know, where I could haul more than one vehicle at a time. I don't know if I will end up using this chassis. It's enormous. I think it was rated for a fair bit of weight. I'll have to go and look on the plate on the inside there. What happened with this thing was the original engine is in there, but it's locked up, and that's kind of sad because it was an avoidable way for it to have been locked up. The previous owner, a farmer, bought this thing, or one of the previous owners bought this thing and was going to use it like a liquid manure spreader, and not thinking about the fact that, you know, manure is kind of more solid than liquid, but nevertheless, he plugged up the tank and all that, and he never ended up using it. It sat. He had trouble with it running rough, and so he loosened all the plugs to check the plugs and then left them loose, and of course it's a flathead in this thing. And water got in the cylinders and locked that engine up. Came with a spare engine, but that engine isn't any better. It's locked up. There's not even a crank in it, and all the pistons are all locked in it. Also a spare transmission, but I don't know that it needs a transmission. It's certainly rolled well enough. I've never actually flipped this thing up, and it's kind of threatening to kind of rain around here, so I'm kind of not too nuts about dragging my booster out here. But in any case, it's a cool vehicle. I would like to have gotten a sleeper version of this that I did see, but that was in the States. Whoa, wind's just picking up around here. Not a lot of miles on it, if that's accurate. Only 6,000 miles on it. I think more importantly is probably the 808 hours that it has on it. That's probably more indicative of the wear on it. But still has the old fire truck colors and all this and that. This one was made in Canada, believe it or not, or at least the plate would indicate so. There's the, here, I'll just zoom a bit. I'll try and zoom on the plate there. And yeah, you can see that it's a pretty heavy-duty truck. Now, somebody had asked about what the gross weight off tarmac means, and I guess it was a rating that they had for trucks that might have been used at a airport or something like that, because tarmac is typically, I guess, what they refer to as a runway. Not a lot of horsepower for as big a truck, 150 horsepower, but they might have been conservative about it at that time. You know, it's in not bad shape. Oh, I'll zoom back out again here. It's in not bad shape. The floor is going to need to be done, but the floor is pretty much flat metal, so it's not too bad. Doors are looking pretty good. Oh, I didn't ever notice that, but that glass is broken, but everything else is intact. That isn't safety glass, so it should be fairly easy to get that repaired and replaced, although it does look like there's a little bit of air trapped in it, so maybe it is safety glass. Regardless, yeah, it says safety window on it there in the engraving. In any case, that's the inside of the truck. I don't know if I'm game enough to try and put a battery in this thing and see if the I can get the tilt. It's an electric tilt forward mechanism, not hydraulic in this one. And what you do is obviously you have to. I read through the manual on how to do it. I have to stand on these burrs. I was quite negligent about my burr maintenance around here. Basically, you pull this handle if it's not already pulled. A little bit locked up there. In any case, rotating the handle one way activates an electric motor in the front, and the other way lowers it back down. Got a bit of rust back here, but it's all in, flatter, no compound curves in any of these sections, so I'm not too worried about how hard that would be to repair. I may end up I'm just looking for the release for the hatch here. It's right here. So you can't get a little bit better look at the engine. But I may end up transferring this cab onto something like a 1 ton or a 1.5 ton frame. That might be a little bit easier in trying to fix this all up, and it also will eliminate the need for me to have to get my air brake certification, or a commercial truck license for that matter. I guess you gotta pull a handle to get that to close. Hang on a sec. Yeah, you can see right here there's a little bit of visibility where there shouldn't be, but once again, it's all flat floors. Oops. There we go. It's a cool old vehicle. I like the style of it. Without a doubt, I like the style of it. Just a question of making something work with it here. There's not too much rust on it. And certainly, the roof has got a lot of surface rust on it. That should be fairly easy to address. There's also some of the old lights on, not all of them. Anyways, there you go, guys.